Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2017, the Unemployment Challenge. And I'm showing you the contract screen again because I was meant to mention this beforehand, but I've got a new contract signed for the 1st of December 2021 and it's now a 3-year deal. So if I was to go, I'd have to have someone pay Hart some money to control my contract, to take over my contract and pay it out for me. Either way, it's an interesting proposition that I thought I should bring up before we go round up the entire season, because I've just finished the league yesterday and it was a very eventful one, to say the least. And let's see if we actually got another trophy to add to our Scottish League Cup that we got in the last video, shall we? Now the first game I'm going to be focusing on is the Scottish Cup 4th round replay against St Johnstone. We should have killed them off in the first game. We didn't. I won't show you what happened in the first game, but we managed to get ahead and win 2-0 in the replay match, which we probably shouldn't have had in the first place, quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned. Either way, we're through to the next round of the Scottish Cup, and it's a game that I felt was very important for us, even though we had heavy snow and -6 degrees. Ouch. Bloody Scotland. The next game I'm going to highlight to you is the game against Partick Thistle. They went down to 10 men inside 20 minutes because I got 2 yellow cards for one of their players, and we managed to make them pay by game 4 goals. Consider getting the first in the 37th minute. Helder Silva, a player I bought in the January transfer window, which I'll highlight later, got the second goal for me in the second half, and their defender Stephen Williamson had a nightmare game where he scored 2 own goals, just to really compound the misery for him, really. Either way, it was a good win. I'm very happy that we got a dominant win. The next game I'm going to highlight is the Scottish Cup quarter-final match. We had a game against Ayr United which we won very late on, which I won't highlight. And the reason I'm focusing on this game is because of Lewis McCallum. I brought him into this game because Brasnik was in hand of better form at the time and McCallum was on a goal drill. So I thought, okay, let's see what he can do here, see if he can get a goal, and he did. So 1-0, good result, and McCallum is a good player. He's a good young talent. He will be better than Brasnik as far as I'm concerned in the future. At the age of 19, he's already looking quite promising. But the question is, what else could we do? Another game for you now to digest, and it's a game against Celtic at Celtic Park, and they finally beat us. We had been on an incredible unbeaten run in the league before they got the winner, and their player Ronnie Newcam scored in 20 minutes, and Mark Bresnik missed a penalty in the 33rd minute. I was so certain this was going to go in that I was genuinely shocked and had my hands over my mouth in disbelief that they saved the penalty. But yeah, that happened, and then Lee Griffins got the winning goal in the 51st minute of the game to ensure that they were going to go ahead and beat us. It's a massive victory and one that could prove pivotal. Did it or did it not? The next game I'm going to highlight for you is the next game I'm going to bring up is the Scottish Cup semi-final against Raith Rovers, who were beaten 3-0 by us. We didn't have the best of games in the first half, but we still managed to secure the victory by getting 3 goals. Lewis McCallum scoring in the cup again, and it was great. I was just really happy we got the win. And Raith Rovers I thought would give us more of a challenge than they did, but we're in the Scottish Cup final. Let's see how we did in that. But first, we go to the last game of the Premier League season. We're now focusing on the last game of the Scottish Premier League game, and it's Partick Thistle, and one that makes me feel absolutely disappointed. And Helder Silva gave us the lead inside the 8 minutes. So I was thinking, yes, we're in a good position, we can do this. And then Gavin Denise scored, and just 9 minutes later, before Stephen Lawler scored 50 minutes after that. I went into panic mode. I was thinking, oh God, what can we do to get ourselves back in this? What can we do to get ourselves an equaliser? I made a mistake and tried to go overload. It backfired on me. And Dylan Mackham scored in the 70th minute of the game to ensure that they beat us in the last game of the season. But did it have an effect? We'll find out after I focus on the Scottish Cup final. This is the last game I'm going to be highlighting, and it's a Scottish Cup final against Celtic. They took the lead in the second half. Shirai got the goal in the 59th minute of the game, and I thought we weren't going to do it. But David Weatherspoon managed to get a goal 8 minutes from time to ensure it went to extra time. They went down to 10 men because their goalkeeper got injured and they didn't have any other substitutes. So I thought, okay, this is good. This is really good. What can we do here? And then, Liam Kinsella got sent off 4 minutes later. So it was now 10 versus 10. It went to penalties. Marcus Bettinelli saved all 3 of her penalties for the second time this season. Twice we've gone to penalties against Celtic, twice we've beaten them 3-0. I'm starting to wonder if this is just a pattern that I'm going to be very happy with. We have won the Scottish League Cup and the Scottish Cup, but did we win the SPL title as well? Unfortunately, we didn't win the SPL title, despite the fact we got 89 points in 38 games. Any other division, any other year, we would be champions, but not in this bloody division. No. And what makes this worse? Is the fact we dropped points on the last day of the season to Partick Thistle. Had we not lost, we would have been champions because Rangers beat Celtic as well. Rangers beat Celtic to ensure that they helped us out. But unfortunately, we lost, so we missed out on goal difference instead of winning the title by a single point. I'm absolutely devastated. I was devastated at the time. And I was thinking to myself, okay, I need to get my head around this. We got a Scottish Cup final to win. I'm going to win that. And we did. So, yeah. I feel very, very unlucky not to be champions in this division. To lose just 3 times and to get 89 points is normally enough to get the title, but not this year. And well, we took the fight to Celtic, so I can't complain with that. We did ourselves justice 100%. We just unfortunately were not able to get over the line in the end. And one more thing before I do forget. My former team, Stirling Albion, are champions of the Scottish League 1. They got relegated in the year I was champions. They get promoted as champions in the year I finished runners-up. Hooray for them. Good to see they're back in the championship this year. Delighted for them, I really am. So I'm now going to show you the 2 players I brought in the January transfer window. I only got 5 players in the end. Helder Silva I bought for £1.2 million. He's now worth £4.1 million. He's only 23 years of age. He can still improve. He can play on both the left and the right side of midfield. And it's great. The 2 wingers positions, attacking midfielder, winger position. It's good to see that he can be a pain. He's got a 3-year deal with us and £8,000 a week. I'm just happy I got on a reasonably cheap deal. Probably expensive for the SPL, but still reasonably cheap deal. And while it will make me wonder if I need to worry about this in the future, I think that we are doing quite well for ourselves. And I'm looking to ensure we do well next season. He actually was on loan at even at Caledonian Thistle at one point when he was around 19. He's also on loan at Hull. He didn't play much for them, unfortunately. And he played 9 times for Pacas Ferreira before we signed him. He's been one of my best players since I signed him. 3 goals, 5 assists. He's been outstanding, really has. I'm delighted I brought him. The other player that I brought on Santos on loan was Rigas Hołakowski. Now, he's no longer with us because the loan deals end on the 31st of May, and that's something that happens every so often. So yeah, it's been good for us, and I was very happy that he signed for us at the time. He was reasonably good for us, a 7.09 rating in 14 matches with 1 assist and 2 man of match performances. But yeah, I gave him a chance to shine and he took it with both hands. I think it's just me being good with the player more than anything else, because he was at Vasco the time before and he was with Treble with them. But either way, it's been good. So Joe Allison's back at Chelsea and he got 4 goals and 2 assists in the 30 games he played with 1 man of the match performance. But there is one player I need to talk about, and that man is Mark Bresnik. He got 37 goals in 51 matches, with 25 goals in 33 matches this season. It's been his best ever year for goals, and I'm very happy I got him. He got a few hat-tricks during the time of the season, but really he's been the key reason we were doing so well this year. He's got 42 goals for me in 64 league appearances. That is not a bad record to have. and he's won everything. I've won everything in Scotland so far, and I'm very happy that's the case. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can in the future get further up the table, and that we can get the league title for a second time in 3 years, and maybe even get the domestic treble. We definitely need to improve in Europe. We're in the Champions League again this season, which is good. Though we are in the best place playoffs, so we probably will be eliminated to the group stage of Europa League, which is a bit disappointing, but I can't complain. It's a good thing to experience in either way. Europe has been good to us. Well, not really. It's been the qualifying has been good to us, but nothing else. We've been terrible in the group stages. We've only got 2 points in 12 matches in the group stages so far. I need to improve on that, but that's something for another time. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that you will like and share this video, and that you will subscribe to my channel. It will really help me out a lot. So anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.